Oh, yes. Yes. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. The life build up. Build up. The life build up. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. Now we're on YouTube and we're on Facebook. And we are trying to keep our people healthy as much as we can. You know, we're going to talk tonight about yeast, our yeast and parasite program coming up on the 9th of, on the 6th of March, as a matter of fact. It's for 14 days. You know, so make sure you get ready for the yeast and parasite and blood purification program. All right, let's go start. Right now, blessed night. Blessed night to everybody, and give thanks and praise to the Most High. And we know that we have some viruses affecting a lot of nations out there, and we want to try to protect our people from being infested by these viruses. But tonight we're going to talk about yeast and parasites. So remember, we had a yeast and parasite program about 3 months ago. And I always say to people that every 3 months, we have to take 14 days or 7 to 14 days out to move yeast and parasite out of our system. And we like to do the whole household. So all the children and parents, you know, mothers, fathers, if you're in the same household, you should be doing that parasite cleanse every 3 months to stay well. When you do a parasite and yeast cleanse, automatically you keep building the immune system. Once the immune system is built properly, you can fight viruses. You can fight against cancer cells. You can fight against fungi. You can fight against yeast. You can fight against bacteria and antigens. Once the body is clean. So we're going to talk tonight about how the parasite infest our system and the program we're going to use to remove parasites. Now, there are many plants that we can use to kill parasites. But we use maybe 5 or 6 plants together. But there are also stronger herbs that we can use that can kill the parasites, but in turn can affect our system in a negative way. We're going to tell you what they are in another while, okay? But first we want to talk about what a parasite does, what they are, what the yeast is, and how we can prevent these microorganisms from affecting our organs and our bloodstream. Because the wrong worm causes cancer tumors in the brain. The tapeworm is very effective in causing tumors in your liver. You understand? So we have to look at how these worms can cause cancer elsewhere in the body and remove them before they can cause us to get sick. All right, so we can talk about those. All right, so we're going to go to the computer, we're going to go to the screen, we're going to have the presentation on parasite over here. And we're going to talk about the yeast. What is a yeast and what is a parasite? And remember we said before that there are 1,500 different species of yeast. 1,500 different species of yeast. And what is a parasite? A parasite is also an organism that affect another organism or a host and live off of that host, removing nutrients from that host, like the body. That's what a parasite is. We call them suckers. They suck you. That's what they do. When they suck you dry, they also suck you from your nutrients and make you become malabsorbed and can cause you to have different conditions like cancer in the body. Right? We're going to tell you what they do. Let's go down a little bit more. The first one we're going to look at is the hookworm. And the hookworm causes iron deficiency, and it also causes anemia. So usually lots of women or men who are deficient or have anemia, sometimes they are infested with the hookworm. The hookworm also reduces fat absorption, and the hookworm also interferes with vitamin A absorption, and we know that vitamin A is very significant for eye health. And vitamin A is also a protector from cancer too, like vitamin D. Now, look at what they do. Let's go to number 1. come up over here. Number one, the hookworm larva enters the body through what? Through the skin, the mouth, and it passes through the bloodstream coming to your lung. Number two, the hookworm larva travels through the bloodstream to via your lung. And number three, sometimes from the lung it ends up in your intestines, in the bowel, the large bowel that is. And when they get there, they hook on. Now the female hookworm, once she starts hatching, she hooks on the walls of your intestines and cause you to be deficient because she starts sucking all your nutrients, and she also increases the function of bad bacteria. Hookworm. While she's sucking you, she's also sucking the iron of your system. She's also sucking all your vitamin A from your body. She's also sucking the vitamin B12 that you're supposed to make from your intestines. While she's sucking you, you are becoming deficient. And once you are deficient in the vitamin B12, you are going to get what we call pernicious anemia. That's hookworm. That's what she does. Let's go down. So we know that the hookworm causes iron deficiency and anemia, and it also reduces fat absorption and interfere with vitamin A absorption. Let's go to the tapeworm. You see how long it is? 36 inches long. And we were doing an colonic for a nurse, as a matter of fact. She was a nurse, or she is a nurse still. And while we were doing the colonic, we saw a parasite as long as this here came out of the nurse's rectum. Long as this, 36 inches long. So they can live in your intestines because they coil around the walls and cause you to have different problems in your large bowel. So look at him right here. He is the tapeworm. He affects children also, like the pinworm do. Now, in the Caribbean countries or in Grenada, the doctor will give patients Zentel for worm infestation. But Zentel only kill pinworms. It don't affect the tapeworms, nor do it affect the hookworm, nor do it affect the roundworm. All right? Now, the tapeworm parasite causes pernicious anemia because it blocks vitamin B12 from being absorbed in your intestines, in the large bowel that is. Because we know for a fact that once you've eaten flesh foods, your flesh food in turn, when it's being moved from your intestines, it causes you to make your B12. And that's the reason why lots of people who are vegans and don't ingest B12, they suffer from pernicious anemia. But the tapeworm causes pernicious anemia because it blocks the vitamin B12 from being absorbed in your large bowel. Look at them right over here. They're dangerous to you and I. And that's the reason why I said before that every 3 months, we should all do a parasitic cleanse and a yeast cleanse, keeping the bowels clean and also keeping the bloodstream clean in terms of blood purification. Go up again. Let's look at them. Pinworm. This one over here affects children. And lots of children who is constipated, especially babies who is constipated. We know for a fact that the pinworm blocks the rectum of the baby and also cause the baby to have fevers. Now, once the pinworm blocks the rectum, what the parent can do is use a Q-tip with some olive oil, put it in the rectum and tickle the baby's rectum, and the pinworms will expel from the baby's rectum because babies cannot use herbs to remove parasites. So the best way to remove a pinworm from your child's intestines is to get a Q-tip, mix in olive oil or even some castor oil or even coconut oil and tickle the baby's bottom, and then all the pinworms start to remove coming out of the baby's bottom, and then the child constipation disappears. All right? The threadworm and the roundworm. Parasites can damage the cilia in your intestines, causing you to have mineral deficiency, and it also can impair immune function. So if a virus come into your system, like the coronavirus, any kind of virus come in, because these worms can impair immune function, a virus can come in and attack your body and take hold and duplicate your cells on a regular basis. And that's the reason why we put programs together for people to remove parasites on a regular basis, especially around the full moon. This worm called the roundworm, he is the most dangerous in all of them, because the roundworm, and I know people are going to say, oh, where do you get the studies from? There are studies proving that the roundworm causes tumors in the brain. You see in different videos where people are removing, or doctors are pulling out the worms from people's brain. The roundworm, that is. So the roundworm causes tumors in the brain, whereby the tapeworm causes tumors in your liver. You understand? I have my facts now. Everybody put that down like, now, yeast infections. Causes of yeast infections. When you eat lots of foods that have lots of sugars, especially refined carbohydrates and refined sugars, when the foods get into the bowels, they we call it a yeast buildup in the bowels. Once you have a yeast buildup in your intestines, that yeast would leave and get into the portal vessel. And once you have bad liver health, a lot of people do have bad liver health now, that yeast will leave your intestines, get into the bloodstream, and the bloodstream will carry that yeast into a woman's vagina. It could carry the yeast into your throat, give you a cough. It could carry it into your mouth. You have thrush in the mouth, especially if you have a viral infection, or you have what we call HIV or AIDS, and the immune system is compromised. The yeast could take hold and get into any part of the body and cause you to have these symptoms right there. Yeast can also get into your head and cause you to have dandruff. That's yeast. That's a buildup of yeast in your bowels. So, for us to move all these troubles from the body, we are going to do what we call a cleansing of the intestines. Second, we are going to modify the diet. Third, we are going to use herbs to remove parasite and yeast. We're going to use all these herbs here: black walnut, cloves, wormwood, L-campaign, blessed thistle, probiotic, AP compound, AF compound. If you have them, or we have what we call a yeast and parasite cleanse. We're going to restore energy to the digestive system, and we are going to restore the function of the immune system by using minerals and vitamins. Come over here. That is the program. The program is to increase the function of the immune system. And that's the reason why Jehovah God put an immune system in us, to protect us from yeast, to protect us from parasites, to protect us from cancer cells, to protect us from all bacteria and antigens. But if by any chance we get any one of those, he gave us another system to heal us, to kill them, to remove them, if they are in good working condition. That's very significant. Now, let's look at some herbs. I want you all to mark them down, because a lot of these herbs here, I want to mark the 4 over here. These are very dangerous. These herbs right here. They would kill parasites, but they're so strong that they can damage your intestines in the process. And that's the reason why we don't use a few of them. Male fern, very effective for killing parasites. It's the most effective plant to kill, especially tapeworm, but it is so strong that it can also affect the function of the intestine, so we're going to leave it out. Pumpkin seeds are also strong enough, but we can use pumpkin seeds. There's another herb called Santonia. Very strong herbs, but we don't use it because it can also cause damage in the system. Toxic plants. Zebapic is also a plant we use in Grenada for diabetes, but it also kills parasites. Koisa, or koiso, Another dangerous herb that kills parasites but can also harm the individual. So this herb we're going to leave out. This herb we're going to leave out, male fern, and we're going to do this herb right here, this one over here. And we're going to include the pumpkin seeds and the zebra pig, the elecampane, the quasar. We're going to include the sweet honey, the black walnut, the wormwood, the papaya seeds, the marigold. We're going to use the podiaco, the usnea, the myrrh, and the cardamom seeds. Those we can use. Those here, we cannot use them. Take them out. Except the pumpkin seeds and the zebra pig. All right, don't forget, we have to learn about these things, about plants. Now, in the process of doing the parasitic cleanse and yeast cleanse, we are going to be modifying the diet and creating energy in the individual. So we are going to use 2 metatherapy of the 8 metatherapy. Remember, there is 8 metatherapy. Let me name them for you. Over here. The first one is tonification. The second one is stimulation. The third one is diuresis. The fourth one is emetic. The fifth one is tranquilization. The sixth one is blood purification. The seventh one is purging. And the eighth one is sweating. But we're going to use 2 of the 8 metatherapy in the process of doing the parasite and yeast cleanse. Why? Because once we kill parasites and we remove yeast from the body, we also purify the blood. And in order for us to purify the blood, we must purge. So we're going to use 2 of the 8 metatherapy, which is what? Blood purification. And we're going to use purging. And we're going to use phase 1 of the liver detoxification. Not the fat soluble, but the water soluble. Phase 1 is water soluble. Phase 2, liver detoxification, is fat soluble. So we're going to use phase 1 detoxification of the liver in terms of water soluble. And in the next month or 6 weeks, we're going to go into phase 2 detoxification of the liver with fat soluble. Very significant. We have to learn these things. Don't forget now. So we're going to do the blood purification and we're going to do the purging. And in the process of purging and purifying the blood, come over here. See him right here? There's a lot of him. And the reason why we're going to use him, this herb right here, called chrysanthemum, look like marijuana, it look like ganja, ain't it? All right, marijuana gold. This is called chrysanthemum. The reason why we're going to use this herb, because this herb is very significant for what? Over here. For the liver. Over here. For your liver. But it also affects the eyes in a positive way. So once we're going to use the yeast and parasite cleanse and also purifying the blood and also moving waste from the bowels, we are also going to phase 1 liver detoxification by using this particular plant, chrysanthemum. And in the process, it deals with liver inflammation or preventing inflammation of the liver, and in the process, helping the liver to filter the blood properly in phase 1 detoxification, and in turn, helping the eye cells to function well. Follow. So, once we use this plant to help the liver, to remove inflammation from the liver, and in the process, helping to purge the liver, help the enzymes to function well, ALT, AST, alkaline phosphatase, bilirubin. Once these enzymes are functioning well, because you have to go in, clean your liver and help the corpuscles, and in order for the corpuscles to function to protect your liver, we have to purify the blood. That's very significant. Once we are purifying the blood, which the liver does, we use the herbs to help the liver in the process to remove all the environmental toxins from the liver, purifying the blood in the process. And while the blood is being purified, your heart feels better. Your kidney feels better. Your eye becomes brighter. because now your blood is purified. So we call it blood purification. Follow me.
What's the name of the herb?
It's called chrysanthemum. It's a Chinese plant. Right now, it's very significant when you're on the program. Watch me now. Yeast and Parasite. We're going to take 30 drops. 20. Half a squeeze. 30. You can put that in your tea. You can put that in your juice. You can put it in your water. But because we are on our yeast and parasite cleanse, we would not be using anything that have any sugars at all, including fruits. Over here. For me, that's what I do. Deep defense. I defend. What I do with this product that I made myself, I look at herbs that help the immune system to build it up, to strengthen it, so that the immune system can defend anything that's coming in. That's the reason why I use plants from different countries that I know will cause the immune system to be defensive and build it up at the same time and balance it back. So I call it deep defense. Deep defense means that when the herbs get into the body, it goes in and helps the immune system to defend you and protect you. That's why I call it deep defense. So I use 40 drops of the deep defense in my coconut water. 20, 40. So once I finish my course of my yeast and parasite cleanse, watch me now. I go to the antivirals, because every single day viruses affect us. And let me tell you something. In the coming years, I'm going to predict that. I'm going to predict it today. In the coming years, there will be more virus coming into our environment, worse than the coronavirus. This is only the beginning of sorrows that was mentioned by the Christ in Matthew 24. The beginning of sorrows mean that they're going to put lots of the viruses in the air, in our communities, in our environment, through the vaccination program too. And they're going to come in. But when they come in, we have to prepare for them. Either we're going to buy some gas masks, or we're going to eat the foods that are going to help the immune system to stay well. So I am packing my system up with antiviral herbs. See, wormwood, mentioned in the scriptures. Don't forget, cinnamon, mentioned in the scriptures. Balm Gilead, mentioned in the scriptures. They are all herbs that we can use to protect us. Hyssop, antiviral, mentioned in the scriptures. Hyssop, mentioned in the scriptures. Cleanse me with hyssop. So I use all the antiviral plants together to do what? To protect me from viruses. So I use 40 drops. Put them in my water. 20, 40. And what I do also, what do you call this ingredient?
Citrus fruits.
Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits have tartaric acid, malic acid, citric acid, killer things though. And then we go to some purple sea moss, and I will take some of the sea moss water, about a tablespoon. I have protection 3 times per day. So when they're dropping all them viruses in the air and they come to me, they gotta come strong, because I am building my immune system. I am going on a yeast and parasite cleanse. My whole household, my children included too. You mightn't like it, see you laughing, you mightn't like it, but it's gonna happen. You understand? So every 3 months, we like to go on a yeast and parasite cleanse. We purify the blood and we keep the liver healthy. And we remove mucus, excessive amount of mucus from the mucous membranes. And once the mucus is removed from the mucous membrane, excessive amount of mucus now, because the membrane make mucin now. Once the excessive amount of mucus is gone, your immune system builds properly. And once your immune system is built properly, and the excessive amount of mucus is being removed from the mucous membranes, how are you going to get a virus? You could kill a virus. Because the medical system make you feel you can kill nothing. Huh? If God put a system in us to protect us from harm and danger, and he put another system in us to kill for us, to destroy for us, how come they tell me I can kill nothing? I have to wait on a vaccine. And the vaccine will take 2 years. So before the 2 years come to pass, we are dying from viruses, infection, till they get a vaccine. You understand? But they don't give God the glory. They don't give Jehovah God all the glory and said to us, listen, go to the earth where all the herbs are. Go to the earth where all the herbs are. Because you are from the earth and all the cures are from the earth. Go to the earth and use the plants from the earth that God gave us to use to build up the immune system and protect us from harm and danger. How come they don't tell you all that? Huh? Because the pharmaceutical company run your whole system. So when we come and teach people how to kill viruses, how to prevent them, they call us quacks. So they call us cracks. Quacks they call us. You understand? So how come? Read what the brother put today in the phone, my dear. You have it there in the phone? Let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. Look right over here. What it says.
Turn it around.
I'll turn it around for them. What it says here. I want you all to read it. You all to find out lying. Huh? Hold on. See it, I want it for the top. While doing the coronavirus extremely low, he had his person have cancer. His white blood cell was 2.4 last week, yet they are 7.7 today. The tumor marker CA 19.9, that is the cancer marker of the intestines and the pancreas, went down last week. They were 890. This week they are 658. Using Mr. Patrick's cancer blend, plant-based diet and juicing, suffering from stage 3 pancreatic and kidney cancer. Dig it. And they say, oh, things don't work. Huh? I go back to the earth. I go back to the trees. I go back to the roots and the barks. And I teach people. You understand? And there are many more like him. Many more, women as well as men, that feed him better. I'm not saying we're going to save everybody or being God, but at the end of the day, if we save one person, the angel rejoices. You understand? So, from the 6th day of March to the 16th day of March, we are embarking on a yeast and parasite cleanse. Don't forget, from the 6th day of March, 3 days before the full moon, and 4 days after the full moon. Don't forget, 3 days before the full moon, and 4 days after the full moon. 3 days before the full moon is when the eggs are hatching. So when you attack the eggs, you kill the eggs and the worms. If you don't do the parasitic cleanse around the full moon, in no way you will kill the eggs. You will kill the worms, but the eggs are still there. They're going to rehatch again. So 3 days before the full moon, on the 6th of March, because the 9th of March is the full moon, to the 16th or 17th of March, we're going to embark on a yeast and parasite cleanse. And we're going to kill the yeast, kill the parasites, kill the fungi. Huh? And then we're going to purify the blood. And we're going to what? Detoxify your liver. Phase 1. Detoxification of your liver. And you're going to feel energetic. You're going to see all them symptoms you had will go away. Any viral infection coming in, you could fight it. Because now your immune system will be at Your immune system will be built up to fight the virus for you. Trust me. You understand? So don't forget, on the 6th of March to the 16th of March, get a program. Do your whole household. Because if I come into your house and you have parasites and you drink from a cup and give me some of your juice or your water and I drink too, I get your parasites. If I shake your hands and you have a parasite, and my system is weak, I will get a parasite too. Because remember that walking barefooted also can give you parasites. Because once you're walking barefooted, parasites come to the sole of your feet, get into your trachea, into your lung, into your intestines. You understand? So we are exposed to parasitic infection from the foods we eat, from the toxin air we breathe in, or from the bacterial infection that we have. You understand? And that's the reason why I, Patrick does put programs together for people to get better. You understand? I put programs together to remove parasites. I put programs together to get rid of yeast. I put programs together to keep the cell membranes healthy so that you don't get inflammation. I put programs together to remove mucus, excessive amount of mucus from the cell membranes. I put programs together to prevent cancer. I put programs together for women to prevent growths in the breast, in the uterus, in the ovaries, in the cervix. And they're getting better. I put programs together for that. And when I put a program together, if you follow my program properly, well, you get better. Because it's always imperative to prevent a disease than to treat a disease. Don't forget now. So the program starts on the 6th of March to the 16th of March. And you can go to Christy Books, KRISTYBWKS.biz. And the Yeast and Parasite program there, we have the Deep Defense, we have the Cell Builder, we have the Cold and Flus. Or you can go to Nikki Lane, Holistic, I think it's Holistic Harmony, or Ambrosia, 718-469-0985 at for Ashanti. Because at the end of the day, we tell you all something. You all might spend $40 and stay well, or might spend $500 getting sick. You see what I'm saying? So it's always imperative to prevent. And we are trying to build our system or our community whereby we can educate our people. Because when anything happens, who it affects? It affects the poor. It affects poor people. The poor man who can't afford to eat right, he gets sick faster than a lot of other people. And when the rich man gets sick, he fly out. When the politician gets sick, they fly out too. But when we get sick, we have to run to the hospital over here. So I'm saying prevent the disease. Do programs, man, and stay well. Because if you don't do the programs, I'm telling you, they're putting these viruses in the environment. And if it gets into America, what make you all think it won't get into the Caribbean countries? Once it gets into America, it won't reach over here too. So always prevent, as Christ said, watch and keep praying, because you don't know what time the master will come. I say to you, watch and keep abreast. Keep abreast, because you don't know when that virus can come into your environment. Blessed love and give thanks and praise to the Most High. Right, don't forget, the program starts on the 6th of March, 2020, to the 16th of March. KRISTYBWKS.biz. Get your yeast and parasite cleanse and do the program. Follow the program. And you follow my program, you're going to be well. No virus can come into your system and kill you, because you're going to kill it before it can destroy your lung. Because that's what the coronavirus does. Follow me. Blessed love. Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Thank you, Stanton. I love you. All right, we're going to take 5 minutes of questions. Anybody want to ask any question? We're going to take 5 minutes of that. All right. Amen. Blessed love. Marcia Gray. Yes. Have mercy on us. Because he told us that. He said the worst is yet to come. The Christ said the worst is yet to come. You understand? Many shall come in my name saying, I am he, and shall deceive many. You understand? Pestilence and earthquakes and wars of rumors of wars in different places. It will happen. Go and read it. Huh? The 7 plagues is going to happen. You understand? Blessed love to you. Alma Jennifer Wilson. Yes, Donald, blessed love to you too. Blessed love. Yes, man. Yeah? Many are called and few shall be shown. And it says to us, because of the elect's sake, the day shall be shortened because of the elect's sake. Because if the days were not shortened, the way the system is running today, they would kill all of us. All of us would die. But the Most High tell me that the days will shorten because of the elect's sake, because he knows that there are many of us on this earth who is praising and glorifying his name. You understand? So he's going to shorten the day because of us. But many shall die, and the road shall be short. The road shall be long and broad, and many are the ones going there. Why? Because everybody want to have a good time. So have the good time, but always keep on watch, because another virus is going to appear sooner or later, and we have to be prepared for these viruses. Blessed love to everybody. Well, how do you remove toxins? By doing our program. The yeast and parasite cleanse will remove all the toxins from the body and purify the blood. Blessed love and good night to everyone. Give thanks to the Most High. Blessed love.